Is there a lag? There's a lag. Why? Hey, Michelle with Michelle Loves Books. Welcome back to my channel. So today, I want to show you how I use Notion for BookTube. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Notion. I just really like it a lot. And I want to show you how it's been an essential tool for me and has changed my life on video or on content creating. However, Notion, if Notion is watching this and they would like to sponsor me, hi, send me an email. It's in the description box below. That would be awesome. Anyways, so let me just add a disclaimer here though. I am absolutely no expert when it comes to Notion. I used it when it first came out, but I quickly ran out of any of the free content pages. I got like 5 or 10 pages, which it sounds like a lot, but it's not when you're adding pages within pages and stuff. Like, it goes really quick. And then I was just like, well, this isn't for me. Yeah, and I think that the monthly fee was more expensive then as well. But now it's completely free, except you are limited to the types of external media. For instance, like if you want to add videos or images of your own, it is limited on the free access for that. However, there's a lot of really great images within the program that you can use for free. I personally tend to gravitate towards the minimalist look anyways, so it's not a huge deal for me. I think you will see on my, I'm not showing it to you in this video because it's kind of beside the point, but I have like a couple of dashboards for like myself, for like a personal dashboard and a home dashboard and like something for my kids, and I've put like cute banners on there, but that's about it. If you do want a paid account, it is really affordable. And I think that is a great tool for students. So as you can tell, I sound like I'm trying to sell it to you, but no, this is literally just coming from me. I love this program so much. I'm really into making lists and having notes. Interested in so many different things. If I didn't keep notes, there's no way I could reference it. There is a learning curve. For instance, my dashboards, when I first got back into this program in December, I was going to try to do all of my life planning through it because you can add calendars, and I really love how you can use the calendars because you can take events or notes from a day and move them around, which I think could be also really great for content planning if you are a stickler for keeping certain videos for certain days. And sticking to a schedule. I don't really stick to a schedule, so it's not beneficial to me, but if you're a content creator, it could be essential. It could be a really easy way because you can just pick things up and drag them wherever you want. Anyways, I decided I wasn't going to use it for life planning. That could change in the future, who knows. But I really wanted to use it for notebooks, note-taking, project planning, content creating. It's a powerful tool for databasing, and I think the databases, you can create really intuitive databases with advanced skills, which I don't really know. So here you're just getting the basic beginner. So let's go ahead and here's what we're going to look at. My reading tracker. We're going to look at this, we're looking at this sideboard here. These are my favorites. These are the ones that I access all the time. Well, actually I don't. This is a dashboard. Within those dashboards are these, but these are the 2 pages I use all the time. And that is my reading tracker and my video project manager. So these are the only 2 pages we're going to look at today. So here's my reading tracker. This takes a little bit of explaining because you can put a spreadsheet in here for your reading, but if you notice, the whole thing moves. And also, last year I used Hardback Hoarder's spreadsheet, and she made a new one this year, and she changed up a bunch of things that I find extremely useful. I love it so much. So for me, I can click on this link, my reading tracker on Google Sheets. This reading tracker, you have the title over here, and then you can do all of this. This is kind of important because that way you can line it up to what you need to see based on the title, especially if you have to edit a few titles at once. You want to make sure you get everything lined up on the right pages. So that was one of the biggest reasons why I decided not to do my tracking through Notion. And also she added a habit tracker which I thought I was going to use it, but I'm really not using it, which is totally fine. Like, I still would like to use it. I thought it was a really good idea. Monthly stats, I like how it does all these averages. Yearly stats, this is like the main thing I love to see are these pie charts and seeing my genres, and look at how beautiful that is. I think this is the subgenre. It's independent. So there's that. That's the kind of thing I can't get in Notion, so I do like to see that, but however, it's not something that I share in my wrap-ups. So this is mostly designed like a notebook for me to reference regularly for wrap-ups. So this is like a page where I just have TBR lists. So like here are books based on a genre that I'm interested in, just ideas of how I kind of want to categorize different TBR lists. Just a dump list of books that I really wanted to read that I don't have a place for yet. And I like that you can grab these things and shift them around. If you are writing things down in a notebook, you can't do that. Here I have different pages for challenges, read-alongs, like this is all the books that we're reading for this read-along, clubs, and these are all like TBR lists for certain projects. Series that I'm working on, working my way reading through, I love to see that it's all ticked off. So this is like a quick reference guide for me to again take these lists and integrate them into my monthly TBR. The last 2 months are actually archived in here, and that way I don't need to see them anymore, they're done. But I can go back and reference them. Early this year, I figured out that I had a lot of books I was planning to read. I almost filled up my TBR for the whole year in January because I set like certain series that I'd like to finish reading or whatever in clubs I'm in. So I made these tables for every single month for the whole year so I can plan ahead in the future. So like for the Vampire Academy read-along, I have inputted every single book that we're reading for the month, for each month. And then beyond that, I fill in based on things that I'd like to read, a series that I'm working on, or projects that I'm working on. I can put the month that I plan on reading the book for those projects. Or anything that I happen to just start, I can put it on the list. The list. So again, I really love how you can just grab these things and move them around. As you can see, I tend to put, once I haven't quite started yet, a list on my priority list down at the bottom, once I've finished at the top, and everything else here, and I kind of have them organized by priority. We'll get to this in just a minute, but these are book notes. You can open this up and you can put notes in here. So this is a book that I have notes about as I'm reading along. I don't always do that, as you can tell. Here's an example of where it's been essential. So here's a book I was reading for Vampire Academy read-along, and obviously we're going to do in-depth book discussions. We like to pull quotes, although we didn't quite do that for the last book. This is really great too if you don't like to annotate your books. But I did like chapter summary, kind of what's been going on, some quotes. I can color code the quotes. These yellow bits are just my own self-reflection of what's been going on. Down here I have quotes in purple because my colors in here pretty much correlate to my color coding system in my physical books when I annotate my physical books as well. Also, like, I tend to put, if I put a quote, I can also put like a page. Like here is as a page reference, because sometimes when you like grab a quote, sometimes you need the full page context to understand where you're coming. Yeah, so this is an example of like heavily notate, like making notes on a book. And if I ever wanted to, I could like print those out, you know what I mean? Furthermore, here's the author, if it's part of a series, the number in the series, page numbers, and I know all this information goes into my other spreadsheet, but these are ones that like I really like to just see all the time. Page count can kind of help to see like if it's a really big book or a small book, like at a glance. And then here is the format. That way I can see, I like having like an ebook, a physical book, and an audiobook going at the same time. I've definitely got that going on. And then here's a bunch of physical books. So a lot of these are going to have to get moved on to the next month. This I thought was really cool. This took forever to learn how to do it. but it is, you can basically take the value in here in this column and relate it to, like, so for instance, this is for this project. And then you can go through and see all the other books or all the other topics related to this project and where they're filed. So I thought that was really cool. However, oh, I know why. This was like, got copied a lot, so this is not exactly accurate. I don't know why it looks like that. I'll have to fix it. But I don't know why. I like to see, like, if it's for a project or club, like, you can see, like, this one's more important, so prioritize it or whatever. Then, like I said, if you didn't quite make it and it needs to be bumped to the next month, you can just grab it and drag it down to the next month. I love that feature. I love it so much. You know, like, it's so helpful. You don't have to keep repeating, like, writing things over and over and over, you know? I think that covers the reading tracker and how I'm using that. Oh, no, it doesn't. Hold on. So, this right here. For this type of list, I really like this look. However, you can do a board view, and then you can, maybe it's like we're all kind of like, some people are like really visual learners, and having it, seeing information presented in different ways helps us process differently, just depending on who you are. So maybe this view looks better, and you can just grab them and move them over, you know, based on where they ought to go. And it will change the status. So there's different kinds of things. I'm going to keep it on this. So now let's go ahead and look at my project planner. I had to, it's a mess. I'm going to have to spend a long time fixing it now because I didn't want you to see my projects. I just jumped into this video and didn't create a board just to show you for the purposes of this video without spoiling anything. So, okay, so this, you can see that board view. You can quickly change it to look like a table view, like the other one. But I like, for the purposes of this project manager, I really like to see it this way. First, let me jump down here to video ideas. So whenever I have a video idea, I put it down here. And then, you know, if there's like something in my, like, sometimes I will literally lay awake at night and think, oh my gosh, I have this really good idea. So I can even jump on my phone because there's an app for it on your phone. So you can jump on your phone, input your idea really quick, drop it down, or write it down and put it in here. And you can make any, like, notes. You can change the status. So under status, this is what I have, like, a research project, reading projects, script, a future project, or like a crafting project. This kind of gives me an idea of the type of video it is. Like, if it's going to be a research project, I know that I need to, like, do research on it, you know? Like, I have to, like, sit at my computer, which is really great because if I have any research projects going on, I can work on that at the same time my kids are, like, doing their homework. And then I can easily stop and help them so I can kind of multitask. If it's a reading project, I know that there's going to be books to read in order to do that idea. And then from there I can create like a TBR list or something like that. The next category is for the month. I put all the months of the year because certain things are like, you know, if there's a tag or something that's like specific to a certain month or just whatever. Obviously it makes sense. I don't need to explain that one, right? So this is like a specific month that I would like for that video to come out in. This is if there's really no specific time to do it, you just really want to do it. And then I have the seasons. It's like a season appropriate or specific for holidays. These are the hardest for me to do in advance. That means like that's like a cue for me to like I can plan it over time. These are different tags you can designate. These are different tags. I decided I would like to be able to designate to a project that kind of give me an idea of the type of video it is. I don't know, winter doesn't really make sense up here. But one is trending. That means that everyone's doing it. Probably want to jump on the bandwagon to do that now versus later because that's what everyone's interested in right now. So good for content growth or channel growth. A book tag, live, vlog style, a wrap-up, recommendations, informative, collections, tours, hauls, or shout-outs. I don't think I really need to explain that either. I think that it'd be really beneficial to see like what kind you're doing. Like, that would be helpful too. Like, if you're just doing nothing but book tags, you can see that. Or you can scroll down and be like, you know what, I just really want a quick, easy video. Let me just do a book tag. So I can scroll down this list, find any projects that are tagged by book tag, and pick a tag to do. You know what I mean? It can help you like plan content and stay creative. So I really like that feature. This time is like long-term, ongoing, quickie, or like a one book vlog. So you can kind of see how long it's going to take to do the video or plan the video. I have all these ideas. So now I'm ready to do this one. So I'm gonna move it up here to this idea. These are ones that like, I really want to put these into motion. I really want to focus on for like my next month, this is what I'm going to be working on, or whatever. So then say, okay, I'm definitely doing this project. Now I can move it over to scripting. So this is where if I have time to work on a video, I'm going to jump over here and I can see all these videos that I'm ready to do and they just need some scripting. I can like just jump in here and work on the project in the file. When it's finished getting scripted, I can move it over here. And this is kind of hard to explain. So this is like in progress. Like maybe I've scripted most of it, but I still need to read for the project or whatever project planning that you need to do for it. I don't know. Get some more elements together, but it's literally in the process of being worked on. So now I've got all the elements ready to go and I just need to film. I can just move it over here, and then on days that I have allotted for myself to film, I can see what projects need to get filmed. Once I film it, I can grab it and move it over here to edit. When I go from filming to editing, this is also my cue to make sure that I stay organized. So I know that the next step is to edit it, so I will either create a file on my desktop with the footage, or I will go ahead and open a project in iMovie and get everything organized in there so that I know that when I have the time to edit it, I can just open up iMovie and get to work. And then when it's all said and done and I'm ready to publish it, or when I've published it, I will move it over here to complete. Or I maybe finished editing it, but I haven't published it yet. So I can move it over into the complete folder. So then I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's going on there. Okay, I think that concludes this video. I was so excited to share it with you because I feel like it could be really beneficial. So I hope that this video helped you. Also, I'm really curious if you don't use Notion, or maybe you do, how do you use it? Like, I really would love to know. So please feel free to share with me, or if you've made videos like this, drop them below because I'd love to check them out. I love organization. Anyways, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.